here before time. John 10 and 20 said we hear that voice now. Rising up, you see them God, don't get scared now. We on their head now, yeah, cause it's wartime. The Lord ordained all of this here before time.
Shalom, Israel, Most High Christ bless. I'm Officer Bezalel.
I'm Officer Jalid.
Officer Elisha.
And hey, look, we out here in North Carolina, Gastonia, right? Bringing you another Cuts from the Street. We gonna go out here and get the mind of the people and see what they think. See, does racism still exist today in North Carolina, right? See why it's a problem when Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans come together in unity, right? So y'all stay tuned for this Cuts.
Hey, shalom, Most High Christ bless. Hey, IUIC Cuts from the Streets, man. We back at it again. We here in Gastonia, North Carolina, and I'm here with my brother. What's your name?
James Tucker.
Daz.
Roberta Nelson.
Daniel.
Keon.
Do you feel that racism systematically, or however you want to look at it, still exists today?
Does. I sure do.
What you think about
here. What I think about racism? Yeah. I don't like it. Nothing is still equal. I feel like it's still the same. Even though we wasn't born back then, I still feel like it's still the same.
Well, our Supreme Court, just right off the top, our Supreme Court, is 6 conservatives, 3 liberals, so they got a supermajority. Who knows when that's going to ever end? I say Trump didn't do anything for us while he was in office. That's my opinion. But what he did do for some people is put those 3 justices on the Supreme Court. Roe versus Wade. Whether you believe in it or not, you see all the civil liberties being dropped. So, the Supreme Court, that right there is white supremacy to me.
Right.
That's white supremacy at the highest level compared to, the white supremacy with people with the Confederate flags, and they say it's their heritage, and they get it's like, yeah, it's your heritage, but it's not my heritage. In South Carolina, I'm from South Carolina, when they took the Confederate flag down, there was all of, that's our heritage, blah, blah, blah. But it's not everybody's heritage. When I look at the Confederate flag, the heritage I see is my people were slaves.
When you call yourself an African American, are you calling yourself a citizen? You could call yourself a slave. Every time. And I try to tell everybody in the neighborhood the same thing every day. When you call yourself an African American, are you calling yourself a citizen? You're considering yourself to be a slave. And this is what they want us to do. So when they sit there and give us the names of ourselves and we sitting there just running with it because we feel like we are that, nah, that's the problem. And so people don't know who they truly are, and that's the reason why we in the situation we in now. The whole point that the white people want us to do, they want us to be able to sit here and deal with the same shit every day while we have kids and this and that, but they don't want us to be around. They don't want the fathers to be around because of the fact they want to be able to ones to take care of our women when they need us. They don't need, you know what I'm saying? And that's the number one problem right here. This is why they got a community bill with Section 8 and Housing Authority and this, that, and third, because of the fact they want everybody to be segregated. They don't want us to protect our women and children.
Down where I came from, Montgomery, Alabama. I got some pictures I'm gonna have to show y'all.
Okay.
But that museum I was talking about. This in Montgomery, Alabama.
Yeah.
Okay, this what they used to lynch people. That's like Rosa Parker. I'm down there from where all them peoples had there. But I had went to the museum and it was
Took our young men
saying what peoples was getting lynched for.
Why do you think it's different now as opposed to back in the 60s? Because the same stuff's still going on.
Exactly.
Right?
I think
so
they're regressing. I just think I think people are forgetting that those things happened in the 60s and 70s. I honestly believe that. It's like, we can't go backwards. We can't let them pull us backwards. And I feel that's what they're trying to make us do. Right. They're trying to get us back to the 60s and the 50s and the 60s as quick as they can. It's like they're making laws that they say pertain to everybody. It's for everybody, but it's not for everybody. Those laws don't help me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And a lot of times people have to think about that. And I blogged on some of the rap channels, articles, newspapers, and a lot of time I hear the youth, they say, oh, I'm going to vote for Trump because Kodak Black says he's going to vote for Trump, or this person said they're going to vote for Trump. It's like these people are rich, and he's making laws. He wants laws that's going to help the rich. So they're not in the same position as you and I, right. On every day. We're not going to get pardoned because we got a rap song out if we do something. No, it's not going to happen like that. You're going to do your time.
For real, they got to wake up.
all of us got to wake up and understand this country was built off of us. So there ain't no reason for us to be oppressed. You know what I'm saying? If we all, you feel me, learn where we really come from, you feel me? Because they try to hide where we come from because we really powerful.
Because remember, it was a time we had our own businesses and so on and so forth. But what we want to do, we want to eat at the white man restaurant. We want to go to the white man grocery store. We want to go to the white man school. So all of our grocery stores and our restaurants and our schools started to diminish because we not patronizing us no more. We want to be a part of what they got going on. Yeah. But let me show you something real quick. Lamentations 4:17, right? You got that?
Yes, sir.
Watch this, read.
It's the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 17. As for us.
It says, as for us. This is specific. This is the Bible. It's talking about a group of people, right? Read.
Our eyes as yet failed for our own vain help. In our watching, we watch for a nation that could not save us.
You see that? So our eyes have failed for our own vain help, meaning everything that we look to for help has been unprofitable for us. And we've been watching for a nation and seeking after a nation that can't save us. All they want to do is reign over us and oppress us. So how we gonna look at the people that's oppressing us as our saviors? You understand what I'm saying? So like you said, even in the justice systems, it's all set up to keep them where they at and to keep us where we at.
Who are the leaders in our community that's showing us to unify like this? Who are the leaders? Who can we look at to follow their example of unity?
Not no niggas.
What'd you say?
Not no niggas.
Some black leaders.
Like, for instance, like Martin Luther King or Malcolm X or Marcus Garvey.
These Israelites can because they showing that unity. They show that unity when they march down the hill and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's unity. I'm looking up at y'all about what y'all doing because I know y'all brothers and y'all stand together and I like that. You know what I'm saying?
See, King came to the Capitol. I was real young, but I was down there just looking. It was just so many peoples, you know. And he also had a church down there on Dexter Avenue that he used to, you know, teach and preach in. And, you know, he was just a good man, just chosen guy to, you know. But they had a hard time with that stuff, you know.
It's hard to say. I mean, I guess I would be a Martin Luther King Jr. I will follow him. I know there's Malcolm X and Medgar Evers. I know there's different people, but I like the peace part of it. I honestly do.
Yeah, but you said that he was chosen, right? So according to the Bible, it says that Dr. Martin Luther King and his people are chosen. They're the chosen people of God. Have you ever heard of the Israelites before?
No.
So what's your nationality, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm black.
Right. So according to the Bible, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans are the chosen ones. They're the Israelites. They're God's chosen people.
One of the things I've been, I blog a little, and one of the things that I've noticed is our youth today, they don't really get it. It's like people fought for our liberties. Right. In the 60s and 70s, and they're taking that for granted, and it can't be taken for granted. We don't need to regress.
What do you think we could do today to mimic some of those black leaders?
Well, just to see them standing up and stuff, you know, bring other people's closer to, you know, the real thing.
Like these people, they see you marching and doing stuff like that. Oh, I don't want the landlord to see. I don't want the owner to see. I'm trying to keep here. You know what I'm saying? But you don't give a damn. You don't give a damn about, you know, standing up for yourself and, you know, doing the right thing. That part.
You don't see black men coming in the community today and standing up for the word of God.
Not like that.
Exactly.
Not like that.
Never have I seen it, and that's why we're saying we love it. We need more of this.
So you didn't get to catch the brothers walking past. You just missed it. You know what I'm saying? But you said your son came and got you, right?
My nephew, he came upstairs. I was coming downstairs. He's like, James, look, and he was showing me, and I'm like, that was just now. And he was like, yeah, and I was like, I was proud first of all, but I was sad because I missed it. Because I'm always out here watching everything, and you know, I've only been here about 3 weeks. And so it's interesting to me just to see the community, and then something with the community, helping the community came through, and I miss it, but I'm happy for it though. It's a blessing.
That's in the Bible. That's a prophecy. What you saw today, and what you kind of saw Martin Luther King and the other leaders in the 60s, how they were marching and gathering together. Now we're gathering together under God's laws, right? Can I get Ezekiel 37? So verse 10. So we're going to show you what you saw there was Bible prophecy right before your eyes, all right? All right, read what you got.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 37 and verse 10. So I prophesied as he commanded me.
He said a prophecy. He looking in the future. You know what I'm saying? The seeing what's going to happen in the future. We living in that time right now. Read.
And the breath came into them, and they lived.
And then they came back to life because they were dead before without the commandments.
And we breathed in that breath of life, and now you see us out here living.
And stood up upon their feet.
Standing up for the Lord right now. Read.
An exceeding great army.
An exceeding great army. So that's what you're seeing is just a small glimpse of that. So we're coming back to life under God's laws as an exceeding great army.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
What's keeping us from gathering together and rising up like we're supposed to do?
I say it's the lack of knowledge.
That's facts. That's facts.
If you don't got the knowledge to understand what's really going on, then you can't wake up and see the change that you need to make.
I mean, the violence, for one, is just crazy. How we're killing each other, and it's like, what's going on? Why? What happened to the fist? I mean, fist fight. You know, they don't do fist fights anymore. They barely even argue. You know, nowadays it's just shoot. Yeah. You know, and then these young men throw their lives away. Right. They don't get that. It's like, what? You're not going to be a hero because you shot this guy and killed him and then bragged about it in the neighborhood. No, you're going to be in jail, and a year, people are going to forgot that you ever lived. That you ever was, on this earth.
The reason why we can't unify today is because everybody that's the same color look at each other as we are enemies. And at the same time, the enemies is just the oppressors. So if we're going to keep on sitting there looking at each other as enemies, we got to realize who the true enemies are. And the enemies are I ain't gonna say just the white folks, but you know what I'm saying? It's more just deeper than just, white folks being the enemies or anything like that, because not everyone is, that's white is the enemy. You feel what I'm saying? There's a lot of them, though, that just want to see us down, and it's the rich people who want to feel like, okay, just because you poor or the skin tone that you are, that, you got to hate us. But then we got to figure out, why do they hate us? Why is the reason that they don't like us the most? Because they know who we are. You feel what I'm saying? And we ourselves don't know who we are, so that's why we try to treat each other like we are. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem right there.
I'm going to show you what you said in the Bible. Watch this, read.
The book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
So he said, my people destroyed for a lack of knowledge, right? Watch this, read.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
Because we reject the knowledge. The knowledge out here. But our people reject it because they don't like how it look. You understand? They don't like how it sounds. And they don't like the fact that it requires them to change. You understand? Watch this, read.
I will also reject thee.
So the Lord gonna reject us. And that's what's been going on for the past 500 years. Because we've been rejecting his knowledge, right, read?
That thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law.
That's the knowledge that we've been lacking. That's the knowledge we forgot. God's laws, read.
Of thy God. I will also forget thy children.
And that's why we've been going through generational curses. Because we haven't had God's laws implemented in our households, implemented in our communities. And that's why our communities continue to deteriorate. That's why our communities continue to just get worse and worse and worse and worse.
What do you think needs to happen in this community in order for people to unify?
Get together and be more for each other and not be against, our peoples and stuff. Look like everybody just against each other and stuff.
If we honestly us as people in the unity, if we was to be able to literally stand together, bro, we could take control over our whole community with no issue and a problem. See, the thing is, the only reason the police come in here is because they feel like we are oppressors or oppressed, and we feel like that we are slaves. If we was to literally go to the government ourselves and talk to them and tell them, let them know, yeah, we have leaders in our community to be able to rule and run this, yeah, we'll be able to run this whole thing and we'll be able to dictate everything that goes on around. But we can't because of the fact ain't nobody really want to be no leaders around.
You know, that's what we need, more of that instead of all this other stuff going on. It's scary.
Because the longer we go up without God's laws, the worse off it's going to get. And that's why these men out here, you see, we out here to bring that example back to our communities. This is how we unify. That's what brought us together, God's laws. This how you get all of these men together on one accord in unity.
You see how you out here in this community, you trying to show these people how to come together. So you showing them the light. They in the dark. They need to hear what my man talking about and see. All you got to do is express. They'll listen to anything else. Yeah, Facebook, YouTube, and all that. Look, it's about somebody coming out in the community and showing they with unity. That part.
The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea.
The scripture said do what?
Gather yourselves together. Yea. Gather together, O nation, not desired. So God telling us what we're supposed to be doing as a nation, as a people. You understand? That's what this Bible about, nation building, specifically about us.
It said, "Oh, nation not desire." Who lives in the low-income parts of the neighborhood anywhere you go in the world? Your people. Why?
Carbonated people.
And who's when you commit the same crime as any other nation, who get 7 times that charge? That's a nation not desired. You see what I'm saying? And the scripture said, "Gather together, O nation not desired." We are no different from the people in our community.
So when we gather together, we shouldn't be smoking weed, right? That's sin. That's against God's law. We shouldn't be dressed inappropriately. Shouldn't be gathering together in like some gang or any type of violence, right? So when we gather together, we have to gather together under God's laws.
Because there's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to go on, that's going to lead up to that day where we're going to have to be unified. We're going to have to be one mind. You understand what I'm saying? Because we all we got. Ain't nobody finna do nothing for us. And we got to do it under the word of God, under God's laws.
So have you ever seen black unity in this area before, like what you just saw today?
No.
You haven't?
No.
Okay.
No.
We don't see this a lot, and we love this. We love what y'all are doing. This is nice.
When you see the unity that the men is displaying, how it make you feel?
It brought tears to my eyes. I like to see black men like that, bro. That part.
Oh, man, it was great. I loved it seeing that. And I didn't know, but I just walked out the house and I just felt it, you know.
I'm telling you, your spirit is really bearing witness to what's going on out here. And it's all praise you're not rejecting it, because that's what a lot of our people do. They reject it, and we'll never get nowhere like that. You feel what I'm saying?
That's what you call a lost soul. People who don't want to accept the truth or even get no knowledge, because knowledge is power. So without no knowledge, you ain't gonna have no power, and you ain't gonna be able to understand yourself. So at the same time, the only thing that's messing up our community the most is the fact that people don't know what to do with their life, and they don't know what to do with themselves.
So that's what we showing our people. Ain't nobody gonna do it but us, man. The men gotta stand up in our communities. So before we go, Jalen, you got something you want to say to the people, man? What you got to say, man?
All I gotta say for real is wake up, man. You feel me? Learn. You heard what he said. You feel me? Lack of knowledge is the reason why we in our situation right now. Wake up, make that change we need to see. You feel me? I love all my people.
So, I appreciate that, bro.
Y'all trying to bring it together, and that's what they need to follow. That part. Know what I'm saying? Y'all about unity. You know what I'm saying? And you know I'm getting emotional about it now. Y'all showed me something when y'all come through here. People don't come together like that, but y'all come together like that. Y'all not no crabs. One crawl up and the other pull them down. Y'all trying to do the right thing for the black man, and that's what it is.
Just keep doing what you're doing, and we're gonna get through this.
All right.
Yes.
All right. So thank you so much, Ms. Nelson. All right. You have a great day.
We love y'all, big dog. Stand up for them.
Peace and love. Peace and love to everybody, all our people.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Shalom, Israel. Look, we back. So look, we just wrapped it up. You know what I'm saying? Went out to get the minds of the people, see what they thought about what they saw. You know what I'm saying? One thing that they was most interested in was just the unity. You know what I'm saying? Seeing the brothers lined up in order. You know what I mean? One brother said, man, I almost brought me to tears. You see what I'm saying? So that's something our people need right there, is to see us showcase unity. You know what I mean? What you got, Austin?
Hey, man, you know, our people love to see it. You know what I'm saying? Lord's will, they glean something from it. Lord's will, they repent. One thing for sure, you know, our people know that white supremacy still exists in 2024. You know what I'm saying? So we got to stand up. We got to unify. You understand? According to the way the Lord said to do it. Shalom.
Yes, sir. Not only white supremacy, all these other nations. You know what I'm saying? Every nation hates our nation. They hate God. They hate Christ. So guess what? They're going to hate us, right? So it just ain't about the white supremacy. It's just about the hatred towards the Israelites all together. But what you got, Officer?
Yes, sir. Also, they just wanted to see brothers gathering together. You know, they saw us, we look like an army because we are an army. So they're finding out what it means to be an army, the breath of God in us, keeping God's laws, and they're understanding that we're uniting only because we know we're learning God's laws, okay? So that's the only way we can unify as a people. They're starting to understand that by this demonstration. All praises.
Yes, sir. That's what the scripture say. It's only one way. Unity under Christ, one spirit under Christ, one religion under Christ, right? That's the only thing that's going to bring us back to God, right? And hey, look, y'all go check the video out and stay tuned for more cuts from the street. And this was another cuts from the street. Shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah, hey, look, it's wartime.
That's right.
The Lord ordained all of this here before time. John 10 and 20 said we heard that voice now. Rising up, you see them, God, don't get scared now.
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family.